But some of you will get caught up in this trap of constantly learning because you're afraid to sit down with one model, follow the rules, stick to that process, and let it yield whatever experience is intended for you. And then you have a baseline. That's why I could literally give out a model every single day. And some of you want me to do that. But the only thing it's going to do is it's like a dog in a meat market. You ain't going to know what to do. You're going to run around and you just chase everything. Instead of simply sitting down and saying, you know what? I'll just have a filet. Thank you. And I've done that with the 2022 model. I've done that just recently with the silver bullet model. I have lots more coming, but you don't have to have anything else. The optimal trade entry was enough. OTE pattern, the flagship that was on my YouTube channel. That's enough. The 2022 model, that's enough. You can use it in every session. London, New York, PM session. You can use it in London close. You can trade it in Forex. You can trade it in futures. You can trade it in crypto. You can trade it in whatever the heck you want to trade it in. It works. There's no excuse. You have zero excuse not to have some baseline by now. You should have some kind of experience to say, you know what? This works. And I have to work on refining it, but I know it works because I've seen it in back testing, looking at where it has done this in the past. I tell you what time to look for these things to form. That way you're not just going around and looking at charts blindly. Go right to these specific times of the day. That's where it's going to form. For those people that go back in their old data and their old charts and they study that, they see it, they don't need me to do 50 examples of that. They don't need to see me do it live 50 times a week. They're sold on the idea. Okay, there's something here. It merits more investigation because I see the evidence of this thing occurring. It's not contrived. It's not conjectured. It's not made up. It's not fabricated. It's really happening every day. And once you see that, you don't need to have anybody else to cheerlead for you. You know, okay, there's something here. I'm going to mine that. So I give you just a few models so that way you go in and you now start working on the skill sets that are required. Not veering off course, hopping from one PD array, one approach, fair value gap, inversion value gap, breakers, market maker models, buy, sell. There's 1,000 things out there that I teach. Every individual one of them is a model. Every single one of them is an individual model. But I give you, this is the best way to learn. I'm allowing you to pick your weapon. I've opened my arsenal doors. So here it is. Look what I have here. Pick your weapon. But nothing changes when it comes to time. Time of day, these things occur at specific times, certain days of the week, certain weeks of the month, certain month of the year. I'm allowing you to bring your personality, your personal influence, because you're the problem and you're the last puzzle piece. See, some of you are sitting around here, you're writing diligent notes, you're doing this, you're doing that, and that's wonderful. But you're all waiting for that last penny to drop. The last ICT puzzle piece. And then it's all going to come together. It's all going to be crystal clear. Once he tells me this one PD, the 81 PD arrays, final last one. That's it. That's it. That's the Holy Grail. No, it's not. If you walked over to your mirror right now, look at yourself real quick. That's the final puzzle piece. And it's always been you. You're the reason why you succeed, and you're the reason why you haven't succeeded yet. And ultimately, you and you alone are the only reason why you're going to fail. That's not me talking down to you. That's me telling you the way it is. That's just the way it is. Are you coming to me for a constant dose of something new, but have done nothing with what I've already given you?
Alrighty, boys and girls, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Say hello in the chat. Let me know where you guys are calling in from. Like the stream before we get started. You guys know the drill. Come on. What's going on, Bashi? What's up, Track? What's up, Drop Shop? Cole, good morning. Javaz, good morning. Tanasi, Nika, good morning. What's up, Nins? Paul. This DePow, Faith, Melda, K-Van Chan, Jorno. Good to see you guys. What's going on, guys? Good morning, Bilal, MJ, Dominic Adar, Nadav, Abraham. Good morning, Shabir, Ethan, Aaron, Kookie, Simba, Soné, X-Trades, Stav, Guy, Charts Play, CMR. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody feeling? Good? Happy Tuesday, everybody. We got the club going up on a Tuesday or something like that. Diving into the charts here, we got market open in 1 minute. We do have 10 a.m. medium impact news. And Powell, I believe, is speaking probably at the moment, or if he just is getting done here shortly. But integrated review, capital framework, larger banks conference. Okay. So not too concerned about that. Looking at price action from overnight and into today. So we did end up getting price to sell off yesterday a little bit towards the end of the day finally for that rebalance. We did, for those of you guys that were on stream yesterday, I was looking for, after we got this huge rally yesterday in the morning early, I was looking for a rebalance to then see a continuation higher. We ended up getting a slight shallow pullback into this 1 hour gap. Did not rebalance to equilibrium, and then we get another drive higher. We end up generating more buy side, and then we finally get this push lower here at the end of the afternoon. And then so far today and overnight, we've had a push down into this 1 hour order block. And obviously we're seeing the reaction off of this, another change in the state of delivery for higher. So to me, we're still respecting bullish order flow. And if I look at the poll, I'm going to guess 58% bullish. Yes, sir. So that all checks out, boys and girls. So going into the day, I still hold a bearish bias, looking to see, or not bearish, I'm sorry, bullish bias. Misspoke there for a second. But looking to see this Asia high at least, and then potentially the high of day from yesterday, if we can get some good follow through. We did have a pretty large range day yesterday, I would say, in terms of, you know, we got a nice expansion, honestly, for a no news Monday. Looking at, like, let's go to the daily here quick. Got this nice strong daily candle. We did end up closing above previous high as well. So to me, it makes sense for this to be a continuation for higher. I just hope we don't end up with like an inside day today for whatever reason. So that'd be the only thing that would obviously put a damper on price getting to these all-time highs again. But as of right now, we're seeing price trade through the London session highs. And at the open here, getting this push down. So we'll see. Look at this drive here at the open. Straight lower. Would like to see this end up being more of a Judas swing, honestly. But hourly fair value gap here being traded into at the moment. Hourly breaker as well. So let's see if we find any support at all in this area. It looks like it is hot and heavy right now, boys and girls. Look at this drive down at the open. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. How many, let me check here actually. 34% of the chat is bearish. 59, 60% bullish. Okay. What's up, guys? Wish you a good trading session. Thanks, X Trades. Look at this drive, bro. Holy crap. Price is jumping off of a cliff right now. London low still intact from for ES. We did have a slight shallow drive below it here right after the kill zone on the NASDAQ. Keep in mind, this is a larger time frame. If you go to the 4 hour, this entire leg is your bullish breaker or order block, whatever you want to call it, honestly. I'm not an ICT concepts Nazi. I don't care if you call it a breaker block, an order block. They're all blocks to me. Mr. Tyler Thumb. Oh, I see you trim some of the excess nails. Looking fresh, my man. The excess nails? What does that mean? But I do appreciate the compliment. I think it's a compliment. He went from calling me Mr. Thumb to saying I look fresh. So listen, we'll take it where we can get it though. And YM is pumping. You're joking. Classic YM. Well, shoot. How are we feeling, chat, about this drive down at the open? Are we feeling like we got new lows incoming here, at least from this internal structure, or what? How are we feeling about this right now? Or is this all one big manipulation? I just don't like that we took out, I mean, we took a London high. Look at that rate of London and then this immediate sell-off. Wild. Gotta wait for some lows to be maybe taken here. Jeez. Cool Shady says new lows. Cookie says manipulation. Reflex says manipulation. Julian says he thinks we'll SMT the low. Might want to wait for the 1 hour candle close to see if we close above or below it. Yeah. Yeah, no, Nins, you might be onto something there. We'll see how this candle starts reacting. If we start finding any support in this area. Off these gaps. 2 1 hour gaps in here. We can mark out the lower one now. We'll mark out this lower one in this leg. So yeah, we got 25 minutes till the close of this 4 hour and hourly, obviously. The interesting part as well to note that could maybe drive to these internal lows in here or towards these internal lows would be this 4 hour gap, excuse me, 4 hour gap in here. You can see we did inverse the 4 hour gap in here. So if this candle is going to end up, you know, rejecting this aggressively, and then we see potentially the new 4 hour candle maybe manipulate higher and then go lower, could see that as well. So we'll see here though. To me though, if we can keep holding some of these gaps for higher, I'd prefer to be a bull. Nothing right now though. Is anybody shorting this market right now? What's up, Lorenzo? How you doing, man? Lang Trey says absolutely. I don't know if you're saying absolutely being short right now or about something else. Money Glitch says shorting ES to previous day low. Money Glitch, you were bearish yesterday as well. Are you just feeling like fading the all-time high market? Looking for that huge corrective move down? I will say it is interesting. It feels a little bit odd, to be honest, to be at all-time highs. I don't know how you guys feel. It does feel a little odd to be at all-time highs, kind of right in the smack dab middle of summer. You guys that have been around the markets for a while, crypto or the stock market at all, you guys kind of know the cliche saying of like sell in May and walk away. Generally, in the summertime, we're not trading all-time highs. So that feels a little bit odd from that sense, but so I kind of understand I could kind of understand the sentiment of like why people want to see a correction off the all-time highs. Nika, you're already in a short? Is that what you're telling me? Been in since pre-market? London lows. Yeah, the way that I would view this is London low was taken on NQ, but not on ES. This is kind of how I would view this. I don't know if you guys view it the same way for those of you guys that are short. It was a shallow drive below that London low. Right now, wicking the hourly gap. I do tend to agree though that the way that this has just displaced lower here at the open, it almost does feel like we should expect NQ to take out a low and then form that SMT with ES. It would be a little strange to see this just generate a higher low here on both assets and then we just reverse. Yeah, I see ES is already kind of jumping up here. Look at this. Look at this market. Look at this market, bro. Yeah. Look at this dude. Yeah, it's only 9 minutes into the open here, boys. Don't tell me we're just gonna get a V recovery all the way back up here. Jeez. Might have to suck it up in long ES today. No, I'm not worried about the Powell speech. You guys can let me know. Is he still talking as well? I'm not too worried about it though. No. Gold's still going up. S&P will take Asia high, and the market will go bearish with an SMT. Shorting NQ, longing ES would be great. Yeah, we'll see here. Before looking to get long on really anything, I do kind of want to see some sort of low be taken, which looks like NQ is drawing towards this low here, 267.5 at least. I'm gonna mark out the AM, the 930 opening range low from yesterday as well. 255. Nice dump here at the open, though. Man. Are you guys kind of the same as me where it's like when market opens up and it makes a big move, you just kind of feel like a kid in a candy store? Or like a kid watching fireworks for the first time. It's like, whoa. Nice. Short play is almost over. Easiest read I've had in a few days. Lang trades, were you short from London? Is that what I'm hearing or what? What's crazy is this 1 minute breakdown after that London high was taken. Look at this 1 minute candle. This is 9:30 open. We wick London with this wick, and then we just, I mean, this candle alone is from the high to the low to the close. 30.1 minute candle is pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, so we got NQ going down right now. We got ES going up. We got YM apparently was pumping. Let's see. It still is. Yep. Oh my God. Oh my God. The joint when it swept the London high and immediately broke down. Yeah. Yeah, you're sitting pretty right now. So this internal low is being taken right now. Some of you guys were looking at this as the London low. I think we could maybe see 255 here. If not, shoot. 223. It would be able to do that. It would be able to sweep this entire wick and ultimately still hold this 4-hour structure, but you'd almost kind of like to see this AM low be taken as the hold, because this is also 50% of this wick. ICT refers to, so anytime there's a wick overlapping a fair value gap and there's no body at all, this is referred to as what's called like a hidden fair value gap, when it's just a wick covering a gap. And he does sometimes talk about these entire wicks needing to be traded through, and then this being that final sell side. Here. But he's referred to these as hidden fair value gaps, when it's a wick overlapping a gap, no bodies or anything like that. So we'll monitor this. Hidden fair value gap, dude. I'm telling you, there's a name for every situation, bro. That's the beautiful part about ICT concepts. You got something on the chart, you could probably find a name for it. You should have holded it, Sharath. I agree. You should have holded it. Longs are a good play right now. I mean, it's up to you. I'm not trying to catch this falling knife right now. I'm not sure I'm not sure how low we're about to drop here. But they could be, yeah, if we start respecting these lows and getting some reaction, confirmation higher, that's what I would look for. But I mean, bottom line, I wasn't a bear going into the day, but even if I was, like, this isn't a move I'd catch anyway, because this is right at the open, straight down. Me personally, so because I ain't a turtle soup trader, bro. Maybe I gotta work on the muscle of buying some stops a little more often. But right at the open though, ugh. Sharath, you're telling me you turtle soup the London high then, is what I'm hearing. So the New York AM low from yesterday has been taken now on the NASDAQ. I mean, we're just free falling right now. And we're free. Sing it with me. Free falling. Don't tell me what's my... Don't tell me my... No. Bitcoin's still green somehow. Why am I not in a short off the first presented fair value gap? Because I mean, I don't. What do you want me to say to that? That'd be like me going and picking a random spot, like just picking any fair value gap on a chart and asking you why you're not short from it. Congrats, Azizul. Done for the day, 3R. Let's see. Yeah, let's check the daily. Getting into that daily wick. We do have a daily gap down in here. We'll see, though. I don't know about that. Yeah, so opted not to short ES here, or not. I'm sorry, not to long ES here in this gap here. Happy with that decision. I'm trying to catch this falling knife right now. We got macro in a minute. End of the hour in about 10. There we go. So trading through lows here. Man. Any headlines feeling this move at all by chance, boys and girls? I didn't see anything this morning. Just a random no news day? Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. Hey, we got movement, I guess, so. The Nelk Boy interview with Netanyahu. Oh, I gotta watch that. I've heard it was entertaining. Maybe not watch the whole thing though. Maybe I'll just see some clips. I haven't seen very many clips of it going around. We do have medium impact news as well, boys and girls, at 10 a.m. So just a heads up on that. London low for ES incoming here, it looks like as well. I mean, what a move, bro. What a move. Is chat still feeling bullish right now? The final vote on the poll was, yeah, damn near 60%. London low, ES. Come on. There it is. London low on ES taken. We are just free falling. And we're free. Is this the daily gap here? It is. It is. Daily FVG. $169. $169, boys and girls. Look at this 1 hour candle right now. Humana. Oh my gosh. Lord almighty. 180 points off the London high in a matter of like 20 minutes. Turtle Soup, the daily fair value gap. No balls. All right, sold. No, I'm just kidding. That's true. This is scary. I'm just kidding. It's not very scary. It's actually pretty exciting. But yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna turtle soup this. What's that meme in the trading space? It's like heaviest objects on planet Earth. You got like a couple of the largest mammals, a couple like skyscrapers, and then you got like a black hole, the market when I go long. You guys know what I'm talking about? Here, let me find it. Ah, well. I don't think I have it saved. You guys have seen the meme though. Cool Shady says we're going to 0. Yeah. It might be all but over, boys and girls. Hope you took profit at the all-time high. Seriously though, this is if you scale out though, right? Like even this weekly, we talked about it a little bit yesterday. How it's just we've been leaving all these gaps behind, like on the weekly. It's like, you know, at some point we're coming back for those. We know that when the market drops, it likes to pull the floor off from under people and move quickly. So it's really just a matter of when, right? You know, you got to think coming back to like this weekly gap would basically be like returning to the previous all-time highs. So. But I mean, yeah, I'm not sure what you want me to do with this, boys and girls. This is just. This I can tell you what this is. Hang on, I actually got something for this.
That is called Bidenomics. That is called Bidenomics, and we are very proud of Bidenomics.
You know what I mean? That's misinformation right there. That's all right. That's all right. Our media can get away with it. I'm part of the media now. Can you help? I took short and closed slightly too early, but I'm 175 off passing my funded. What should I do? Passing your funded 175 off? Oh, dude, that is a tricky spot to be in. I've been there I've had times where I'm like 100 away from passing and I'm like one more trade. And I'm sure plenty of you guys in the chat have done this as well. I feel like this is just an initiation for prop traders at this point. Like, you get very close. Maybe like sometimes like the fees, the commissions will keep you from passing it. And then you'll try to get that one little bit extra. So you take like kind of a gamble trade and then you end up taking a loss. So now you need 200 and then you take another loss. Now you need 400 and then you take another loss. And before you know it, the account's gone. Has anybody ever experienced this before? I'll admit I've done this. What I just outlined, I've had that happen to me. And I'm just sitting there like so what I would tell you is, I guess it's up to you, but what I would say is, you know, you can still be patient. You don't need to get it like right this second. You could wait 5-10 minutes and wait for something actually clear. And then, you know, you don't need a lot of movement, so you could lower your size as well. But I'm going to wait for some structure to form at this point, boys and girls. Like, this is such a aggressive move at the open, down. Like, what do we end up getting 200 points out of this? Oh my God, yeah, 236 points, over 1% down in less than, you know, the first 30 minutes of market open. So I would like to wait for some structure to form. As much as you guys would, for entertainment purposes, love to see me turtle soup these lows here, I just feel like that's not in my best interest, so I'm not gonna do that. You fun of people have some wild stories. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've also passed accounts by just yeeting it like the last $100 over the finish line as well too. But it ain't always all sunshine and rainbows. If you got $100 to go or $200 to go, you ain't passed yet. You ain't passed yet. Put it that way. I was once $2 away from passing, says Jake. Tried to trade 1 micro for 1 point needed? No. And somehow that turned into loss after loss into blown account. That is insane. You couldn't get 1 point? Oh, no. I got to tell you, though, it is trading stories like that, though, that just warms a trader's heart. Ain't it? Like, we all, you know, we all get the motivation and the inspiration and the rah-rah from the payouts and the lifestyle and the nice things. It's like, but you know why trading meme pages are so relatable? It's because we can all relate to the suffering. We really can. And for whatever reason, those stories are almost more warming. But maybe that just makes me a sick individual. I don't know. Warms pairs. I'm telling you, dude. I listen. I think I'm broken. I don't know. I think it probably has something to do with like the whole philosophy of like misery loves company, and obviously trading can be miserable at times when like especially early on and when you're just still trying to figure some things out and or you have some setbacks or you just make dumb decisions, right? Like there's some true to that, right? Like you just like to know that you're not the only one, because sometimes like trading is such a lonely thing. You feel like you're the only one if you're sitting there getting your you know what handed to you. So I think maybe that's part of it. On a subconscious level, you know. Yeah, I don't know what Dow's up to here. Are we still going up on it? I haven't even been looking. Oh, it's starting to come back down now. Everything's red, pretty much. Oops. Well, yeah, I mean, I got nothing for you right now, boys and girls. We got 10 a.m. Just opened up. New hourly candle. We just drove the low again. So I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. Sitting there watching on the IG, the Lamborghinis and jets, all funded from trading. As I just got max daily loss hit, just slowly reaching for my 9 million. Yeah. But then again, it's like, then you find out that like all those Lambos and stuff were from like core sellers and all that. So then you start to be like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. You know, ain't it crazy? Like ain't it crazy how just social media has really warped everybody's view on trading success? Like it's not impressive anymore. You know how impressive it was, to me at least, like when I first got into trading, just to like if you could find somebody that was consistently being able to like just pay like their monthly bills from trading profits, you know, 4 grand, 5 grand a month, right? That's just like, that is so much not the norm, but yet social media's got people thinking like that would be considered not successful, right? Like if you could make, and let's just call a spade, if you could make 30, 40, 50 grand in a year from trading profits, I mean, bro, not only are you doing so much better than the masses, but like, I mean, dude, you're making what would be considered a full-time income still from trading. You know, you're not making necessarily 6 figures or 6 figures a month, but like you're talking such astronomical outlier statistics when you're getting to those types of numbers, right? And now it's like social media's got a lot of people's minds warped into thinking like, yeah, awesome, which is why people get into trading, is the possibility and the upside. But I mean, let's not get it twisted, boys and girls. If you're sitting here able to make, you know, even a few grand a month from trading, don't let social media got you thinking that you're not all it's cracked up to be. What's that dude beefing with ICT all the time? I'd like to make him face the wall. Who's beefing with ICT? Who's doing that? I've heard that turtle soup is just entry right after predicted longer term high or low, waiting for market structure shift. I mean, yeah, turtle soup, you need to have some anticipation, right? And, you know, yeah, you're expecting a certain bias, a certain narrative to play out. I mean, you're getting the best possible. It's the most aggressive entry of any move. It's the beginning of every move, right? So your risk reward is incredible. You know, you run the risk of getting ran out, I would say, but when you hit it, the risk reward obviously makes up for it. But you know, it's a muscle. You know, it just kind of depends on your trading style. It's a muscle that you got to develop, I feel. Being comfortable buying lows and highs, or selling highs, I should say, I guess. My nemesis, Asaf. Listen, I don't know who gave you that title. That is a title above your honor. You don't get to be the nemesis, Asaf. You don't get to be the nemesis. Oh, Patrick Whelan, yeah. Is it? I think ICT is supposed to go to the BDH at the October, something like that. You guys think it actually happens or no? When it got announced, I was like, ain't no way, it ain't gonna happen. There'll be some reason why it doesn't happen. Being profitable alone puts you in the 1%. Well, that's the thing, Jonathan, right? It's like, why would making any amount of money be like not impressive, considering that most people are losing money? You know what I mean? That's how I view it, at least. I'm not hating AMs. I'm not hating on people that make more. I'm just saying that it's warped the minds of a lot of, like, you know, for lack of a better word, I guess, beginner traders, thinking that you need to make 6 figures a month or whatever to be, you know, doing well. I wasn't hating on them, AMs. Jeez. What's up, Kalua? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would like to see, for me to long, I would like to see displacement through this high here. What's up, Rinks? I would just hate to be in a long right here and then we just start doing this. Oops. SMT and curling. It's funny how the strength has shifted a little bit. NQ now leading ES. And yeah, 10 a.m. SMT at the low. $50 points. Holy cow. This might be a micros kind of a day. I'm gonna go ahead and set a buy limit on this 3 minute. We're gonna get this closure above. Really? Sheesh. I'm gonna enter here. I took one more contract off. I'll add into this if we get a drag, pull back down into here. I'm gonna try the long here. Stop's gonna go below this, what will be this 5-minute candle. Wanted to get this 3-minute after we got this closure. I probably could have still stayed with 4. Oh, come on. But I'm in at 182.25, and really looking to trade this back up. Probably looking to go removing risk once we get back to premium of the range here, which would be right around 227. If this can come back down to like my original fill, I'll look to probably throw 1 or 2 more contracts on. I just hope we don't get like an accumulation here for like the next 40 minutes. Yeah, we got weekly open here at 240s as well. Oh, I then oh shoot, that's why. I'm on MNQ, dog. That's why. Did you catch short from up? No. I did not catch short from up. I'm trying to catch long from down. They say it's a buy the dip market, right, bro? Right, boys and girls? Monkeef says 3 micro, LOL. Bro, my fucking stop is 50 points. And originally the stop was at the low, 77 points. Yeah, Monkeef, let me go ahead and throw a couple minis on for you. Would that make you happy? Let me just go blow my accounts real quick. Yeah, 15 minis or you ain't trying. Hashtag advice from chat. They say it's a buy the dip market. We'll see. Why no short from up? Me no want short from up. Me want long from down. There's a 5-minute gap tap. I'm gonna look to start adding if we can get back above this gap here. It is just like the market though. The time that I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna wait for my limit to get tapped because I'm tired of getting left behind. It comes back. Would have tapped it perfectly right here. Classic. Nothing better than a green P&L using 1 micro when someone with a red P&L laughing at us using micros. You mean minis? Listen, I base my size based off my stop loss size, so I mean, risking 50 points on 1 mini is gonna be $1,000. I don't want to risk that much. You are just impatient, bro. Yeah, when I get left behind, I'm just too scared to press the button, so yeah, chat's always right. Typical. People don't talk enough about how your trading tanks after first payout. After your first payout? That is a real thing about like taking a break after a payout because your ego gets super inflated. And you feel like you're on an emotional high Market brings you back down to reality real quick, don't it? I don't like that close. Honestly, I might cut this trade off here if we're gonna start digging down deeper into this 5-minute gap. Because if it holds, I can always get back in. I mean, my risk is so freaking minute right now. It's not a huge deal. I'll give it a moment here, but like if we see like the first upper half of this gap fail, we got a 3-minute gap in here as well, I would probably just get out of it. No, I'm not gonna flip and go short, bro. We just ran out so much sell side. That would be sell side, daily fair value gap. 10 a.m. opened up. We took out the low. We have SMT at the low. I'm not going to flip and short this. I mean, you guys can if you want. To me, we're in a very deep discount right now. So. Call me crazy. I try to buy low and sell high. You know what I mean? I try to buy low and sell high. The thing is, sometimes you buy low and it goes lower. Sometimes you sell high and it goes higher. That's why we love trading. But either way, yeah, my risk is very small here for right now. When they say buy the dip, but the dip keeps dipping. Exactly. Yeah, we really needed this bearish fair value gap to flip for us. I'm gonna have my finger over the close button. 3-minute. Can we get this to hold? We got 2 minutes left on this candle. If we can hold this, I'll stay in or pause. Amazing trader, holding it no matter what. I just don't want to get caught. I just want to sit in this for 30 minutes before an actual like move takes place. So if I have to close it and then re-enter in 20 minutes, I'm fine with that. $10:30 incoming here in 1 minute, boys and girls. I'm red in longs. Tanya is red in shorts. Yeah, we're not moving. The volatility, whoever said volatility left the chat was kind of right. I'm basically going for like a V-shaped recovery here. Some people might be looking for a continuation short. In reality is we might just get sideways chop and we might all be in a world of hurt in 20 minutes. Sellers are in control. Might get slapped soon. Oh, well. But what if the buyers take over control, YSL? That'd be pretty sick, right? Get them buyers to take over some control. 10:30 just opened up. We are basically going straight up here at the open of this 30-minute candle. Getting some nice volatility here at this 30-minute open. Sheesh. Nice close. I'm going to go ahead and throw one more contract on. I'm going to keep adding to this as we go here, but yeah, I'm going to go trail stop to this low now. We traded down into the 5-minute gap here. Would like to just see this hold and keep pushing price higher. If we come back down into that, yeah, we're probably pretty choppy at that point. So are the sellers still in control? Or is that only when I'm in drawdown? Asking for a friend. Don't worry, if it slaps and reverses here, they'll be back in control. So that's how that works. It's only when you in drawdown, fam. Yeah. Like I said, it might not mean much. We could get chopped for another 20, 30 minutes here. Or longer. And this could be a world of hurt for all of, like, anybody that was short, maybe just got ran out there. If we take this high and we just come straight for the lows now, it's like, well, then nobody's going to be winning here because we're just caught in consolidation, right? That is a reality, boys, that we might have to accept. It could happen. That's all I'm saying. It could happen. It could happen. 5:15. Yeah, I just don't like. I want to see like some movement through these short-term highs here. We're not really getting it a whole lot. We kind of wick them and then we just gradually making a slow grind here. But always love to see when you got a short-term high, you just displace over top, leave a gap, and then like those are perfect places to add in situations like this. But when you see we wick the high and then we close back below it, you're like, it's not as convincing. I got my lucky underwear on. Listen, I don't show up to the charts without my lucky underwear. Absolutely not. I just won't do it, you know. Let's see the underwear. Oh no, you guys don't pay enough for that. You're gonna need more than a free YouTube live stream for that. What an amazing trade. Who told you, small boys, this man now, what he's doing? Bro, what are you saying? Bro, did you skip 5th grade English? Tyler starts an OnlyFans called Only Trades. It's you trading in your undies. We got an innovator. Kookie, what is your consulting fee? Can I open the bowler? Can I open the Bollinger Bands? Gotta find bias. Oh, bro, I haven't had a Bollinger Band on this chart. Let's should we reminisce a little while we wait? I mean, we're just waiting anyway. Should we reminisce with the Bollinger Bands, boys? Bollinger Bars? What is that? Oh, the Bollinger Bands. You guys remember these things? Oh, man. Well, that's enough of that, right? That's enough of that. That is enough of that. 2 seconds too long is not what she said. Ever. She's never said that, actually. Never said that, actually. Not to me, at least. We did actually rebalance to premium on ES already. I'll leave it for now. We are retesting the structural low that we took from yesterday's low. $36 minutes here. We got 20-ish minutes until the end of the hour. Just left the new gap behind. Probably good to trail stop more. So anyway, I've trailed at 4 points in profit now. Leaving behind these gaps, I wouldn't want to see this fail, really. But otherwise, yeah, I'm going to try to hold this for the most part. Want to see... I'm not going to partial or anything. Want to see, you know, us dig up into, you know, OT levels at least of this leg down at a minimum. And, you know, at least I would like to see ES trade above these highs from this morning. Equal highs were printed before this sell-off. So I'd like to see at least that. You know, we would have an SMT at those highs with NQ at that point as well. I think that would be a good target for me. So wherever this ends up being on that, we'll probably look to take that off, but see where our standard deviations lines up as well. Yeah, so one standard, I'm just going from the last manipulation leg here, the drive lower to this high, projecting that range out. -1 is right at the weekly open. But we did rebalance on ES as well. So if this is truly bearish and we're going to see new lows, you know, that's why I said I wouldn't want to see this fail if we're going to be looking for higher prices. Because if this fails and we inverse this gap, I mean, I think it's pretty likely we're at least coming back to this low, if not new lows, into the 11 a.m. hour. Do I consider the new week opening gap? Yeah. I mean, I got the weekly open on my chart here. I just don't have the entire gap printed. But do I consider it? Of course. This is my only trade of the day, yeah. So far, so far. MNQ chart wicked again, but no wick on the minis chart. Yeah, that's annoying. I don't know why it does it. Let's see. Yeah, that's weird. Just enough to get the OCD triggered, right, boys? Well, it's, you know, you can be a little bit more time to invest. Here's another thing that I'll say about personal accounts, boys and girls. For a personal account, just because let's say you have, like, hypothetically $50,000 of your own personal funds that you could trade with, that doesn't mean that you should necessarily put $50,000 into a brokerage account. Does that make sense? Like, what I would be, this is my personal advice. You can do whatever you want. It's your funds at the end of the day. But what I would say to do is to put a smaller amount in there. You don't, like, so that's where you're not really thinking about it in terms of percentages of the account balance, right? You're thinking of it in terms of, like, how much money do I have to trade with? You know, it doesn't mean you put all of it into the broker, into that account. You know, to me, that's silly. Why would you do that? What would make more sense would be whatever you need to open positions on an intraday basis is what you should have in the account at all times. So if that's a couple grand, if that's $5,000, whatever, right? Like, you don't need to have the whole lump sum in your personal brokerage account. Does that make sense? So when it comes to, like, your, like, in terms of sizing, like, it's going to be all relative to that time to invest, right? Like, whatever plan you've made for yourself of, like, the dollar amount you're going to risk, etc., like, you kind of have to do the math on that and, like, what you're willing to lose per trade, per day, etc. But, you know, you don't need to have, you can separate the two. You can compartmentalize, like, and understand, yes, I might be risking 30% of my account balance based on what's in the account, but realistically, you got another 5x, 10x times that money sitting in your bank ready to deploy if you need it. You know what I mean? But there's no point in having it all in the broker all at the same time, in my opinion. Especially if you're someone that's prone to, like, leaving orders in, or you know that's the thing. Like, you could have a resting order. God, guys, you never know what could happen. A freaking bomb could drop tomorrow, and all of a sudden, the market just goes berserk out of nowhere, and, like, you're gonna get slipped to kingdom come. And if you have, like, way more money in your account than necessary, like, you risk losing more than what you bargained for. Does that make sense? But I guess when it comes to, like, prop firm, because of that, like, because your downside is so limited, you can have, you know, you can be a little bit more risky. You can, I was talking with a buddy yesterday on the golf course after breaking the course record for balls lost. But, you know, it is a different mindset trading prop than it is trading personal funds. It is, you know, to some extent. You can be a little bit more risky. And know that, like, the reality is, the math is that you could blow accounts. You could blow more accounts than accounts you're successful on and still be profitable using prop firm, which obviously would not be the case for a live account. Percentage of buffers. I mean, I've always kept risk pretty consistent, Supra. You know, so if I'm risking, Like on 50K fundeds, right? I'm copy trading them. You got, 250 to 350 risk per trade. I mean, I kind of just keep it consistent with that. I don't really think of it in terms of like, oh, I'm only risking X amount of my buffer now versus like the overall balance. If that makes sense. But yeah, I basically just ask myself, how many trades am I willing to lose in a row before I blow the account? Is that 7, 8, 9, 10? Right? I'm risking right around, it's not a perfect science, but like I'm risking right around that amount. Most trades, that's what I'm trying to do at least. And then yeah, the one skill that I'm trying to get better at is pyramiding into entries. Adding to entries, obviously that's going to be something that increases the equity curve of your accounts over time, is the ability to precisely know when conditions are favorable to be adding into positions. I think the reason that it's a little bit of a mind wrestle for me for pyramiding entries is because the way that I've traded for a long time now with like ICT concepts, and you guys have seen me do this many times, where it's like, okay, let's say like this example, like this trade, for example, I'm in this long, right? And what I've always done, my habit for the last, God, I don't even know, a couple years at least, is like because I always have to have the mindset of like, I could be wrong, right? Like maybe my bias is incorrect and, we are going to go further down or further up. So my mindset has always been like, okay, once I trade back into the opposing, PD array, higher time frame PD array that opposes my idea, my mindset has always been, let me protect the trade, because if I'm wrong, I don't want to take a loss now, right? So like in this example, this long, we're back in premium, or premium of the range. So we just hit equilibrium on NQ here at 227. So like, if this were to just sell off hard, I wouldn't be looking necessarily to like want to add to that, right? I'd be like, oh fuck, I might be wrong here. We're gonna go lower. We just SMT'd as well. So ES SMT the high. So this is sometimes the mental battle with like pyramiding entries, right? You got to be willing to be riskier, more risky, in that sense. Because instead of looking to just protect and hold and or partial, you're looking to not only do that, but you're looking to actually add, which is going to move your average fill on your trade as well, right? So, but I do believe that is definitely where the equity curve is going to, take leaps, right? Instead of it being more of a linear climb, that's when you can see those equity curves really get those aggressive, uphill slopes. How much money can you afford to lose? That's the amount you should be willing to risk, and that's the money that you should deposit into your brokerage account. Exactly. Well, yeah, that goes for everything, right? You should not invest money that you can't afford to lose. But then again, you got to remember, there's so many people that like are afraid of investing in the stock market or investing in anything, but they say that they're not traders, but they are, right? Cash is a position. When you just leave money sit in the bank as well, that's also a risk that you're taking. You're basically taking the bet that the dollar will keep up with inflation, which you're losing that bet. But it is funny to see that people, they think because they're not invested that they're risk off, but you're really not. The whole purpose of investing is finding something to hedge inflation and not lose value on your money. Why did you enter when there was a 15-minute fair value gap above? Because we sold off, took out all these lows. We're in a deep discount. 10 a.m. opened up, swept the low again. SMT at the hourly low. I expected bare minimum. I don't know if we're gonna get this move all the way back up here. That's just where my take profit is set. I expected at least a rebalance, because if we're bearish, I want to rebalance anyway to go short. Does that make sense? So I was expecting this at a minimum anyway, right? So now we've gotten this. My trade is protected. So if we are bearish, yeah, I would expect discount of the range to actually hold this and drive it lower, in which case I'm not going to take a loss anymore. I'm just not going to get this delivery to target for the longs, right? But that is why I didn't care about the 15-minute gap. And the 15-minute gap could still hold. But even for me to continue being bearish, I need to see rebalance first anyway. And because your boy's got balls of steel. Yeah, like Regal's him. And because of that. But yeah, obviously this feels a lot slower after the big dump, which kind of expected. You get a big move like this, you know you're going to get more of an accumulation than anything. We did just inverse here on this 1 minute gap. So I'm watching this. Slow grind up. We might just see another dive, to be honest. But trade's protected at this point. No, I wasn't going to partial on this. I only had 4 micros on. Not that that's really all that important, but even if I was going to be partialing, like this was my standard risk reward. I did end up shifting it to here, but yeah, my stop was 50 points, so I don't even know. Yeah, didn't even quite get to 1R yet, so a partial wouldn't make any sense in terms of risk reward for me. Macro just started here. Yeah, I mean, I want to get away from partialing too. I don't want to partial. If I could have it my way, I would have a full pull trade every time, like fully in, fully out. The only thing that I like about partials is just the fact that like it does scratch the itch. It makes you feel good because you feel like you're taking something off, which you are. Also selfishly from me being like on social media with trading, makes me feel good because it's like we're booking a win, but I don't care as much about booking the win to appease the chat anymore as I care about like the actual P&L and the equity curve, right? I think by partialing, I'm doing myself a disservice, which I've talked about. So if that means I got to take more break evens as a result from time to time, it is what it is. Now it's all over. Oh, yeah. No one think about Asia high. We're so far from it. I was thinking Asia high to start the session, and then seeing how market opened up and just absolutely told London high to piss off. Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what I'll think about the market today if it goes all the way. That would actually just be insane. It would be nuts. If market recovers this whole move today, boys and girls, will you be surprised? Would you be surprised? Would you be like, what is actually happening right now? If NQ reverses this whole move today. Not later in the week, today. This wouldn't surprise you at all. Really? Really? Do I watch Whistling Diesel? No. Yeah, we are holding this gap, this inversion right now. I'm going to hold it, but gun to my head tells me we're getting stopped in profit here, to be honest. 5 minutes left till the top of the hour. I'll feel a lot better about this if we can get back above here. Get going. Get going, you dirty birdie. See? You just got to tell it. You got to tell it what... You got to speak it out loud. I think I'm going to get stopped at break even, and then it'll go towards your take profit. That's how the market works. When you say, I think we're getting TP, it comes for your break even stop. When you say the opposite, it goes for your TP. Little trick for you boys and girls. They actually don't teach that in any courses, believe it or not, but it is one of my best tricks. So, use it wisely. Use it wisely. You don't take 1 to 2? What do you mean I don't take 1 to 2? I'm looking for like basically a 1 to 2 right here. 2.5 R. We just took this high again. We cannot get displacement through these highs though. Fuck. But do I look for 1 to 2? Yeah, I mean generally that's kind of what I'm looking for, is like 1 to 2 to 2 to 3 R is generally how my targets just make themselves, I guess. I don't really use like the static RR too much though. I'd be more open to the static RR on like longing all-time highs, where it's a little bit more arbitrary of like where you want to put your TP. It could be a projection level. It could be a static 1 to 2, 1 to 3, something like that. Or just trail your stop as price goes, but otherwise, no, I'm usually looking to target something, especially if we're in like an internal range. And in this instance, my target is actually these equal highs on ES. And then I know that we'll probably SMT with NQ at that point. And then I'll look to cut the trade there. Get that nice and situated for you. New hour incoming in like 90 seconds. We're up 43 points currently. Got to reverse psychology of the market. Exactly. That's what we're trying to do here. Yes, Alfredo. I do use the new week opening gap. I just don't have it marked out on my chart. I have the weekly open plotted here, thanks to this indicator, but I just like every once in a while I have it marked out, but I didn't mark it out this week. Kind of just depends how big the gap is. Like, where's the new week opening gap this week? Weekly open, yeah, right here, which we're hitting right now, right? I just don't like having it marked out all the time because it makes my chart messy. and my OCD starts flaring up. My OCD starts flaring up, boys. The less drawing, I'm telling you, after my trading day is over, I'm like so fast to delete drawings because I just hate my chart looking messy. You know, new hourly candle just opened up. We do have an hourly fair value gap above this high now as well. So our AM kill zone range has been printed here. Just took out the hourly high. This would be like the points where I start to like look to trail. Because if we trade up into this hourly gap and then we reverse, right? You wouldn't really want to see that. See if we can get a deeper drive in here. I'm leaving it open for now, not trailing it any higher because I want to leave this. Ed S, yeah, it's always a concern when that pattern pops out. Always a concern, but you know, like my uncle always told me, just close your eyes and hold your breath. It'll be over soon. And that was just for well, I was gonna say for swimming lessons, but that kind of didn't really make sense. That makes sense actually. The uncle jokes are always a big hit. All right, can we hold this gap? We got like the most shallow drive really into this hourly gap. 5 minutes into the new hour, man. Let's see. Well, she's a little bit slow now after the sell-off we had this morning. Elevator down, stairs up. Yeah, I want to see a deeper drive into this hourly gap. Maybe get up here to the weekly open, -1 standard deviations, and then I can look to start trailing. Now that we've pulled back for this gap and we're holding it, that's what I wanted to leave this open for. See if we can flip this hourly candle back green. We hold the line. Come on, Cookie. Who's in longs right now, by the way? Who's in longs? Everybody was telling me I'm cooked when we were going long up in here. Everyone's telling me to go short, or they were saying they were going short, even though most of the chat was bullish today. I don't know what world. Like, why did we take all this sell side liquidity and then all of a sudden everybody flips bearish? I don't understand that, but. But we'll see here. We'll see. My trading view charts keep freaking out on me. Add a magnet? No. I think we have figured out that the magnet like deters it, like pushes the price away. Is kind of what we've gathered about the magnet. Just like Hawk to a Girl when we're in a short and we're deep in profit. If you play Hawk to a Girl meme, it comes back and it gets you a break even every time. Is also what we've kind of concluded. Now you got ES starting to outpace NQ a little bit here. SMTing the high at that hourly gap. What are we feeling, chat? Are we feeling good? A little bored with this? Look at this last 40 minutes of price. We've just been chilling. I guess so, Jason. Yeah. Polarity is backwards. Just flip it. That's a good idea, Ed. All right, dude. I'll do it. I'll put the magnet on. It can't make price go any slower, so that's one good thing. But I'll put it on, and we'll settle the debate right now. Where is it? Thought I had it. Where is it? We'll settle the debate right now. Magnet, magnet, magnet. Oh, look, they changed it. They added the little zappers to it now. You don't even got to add the lightning bolts. How do I rotate this thing? There we go. Oops. All right, guys, let's see. Repel price or tracked price? It's been a repellent every other time I've used it, just a heads up. But chat's asking for the magnet, so we're about to find out. Chat's asking for the magnet. You would put a rocket next to the price? How about this? Let's do the golf guy. Right there. Put it like right here from the entry. This was the backswing. Now we're going to see if it's a slice out of bounds or if we're going to find the fairway on this one. When trading gets boring, that's right. You start putting emojis on your chart. Oh my gosh. Macro's over, by the way. Oh, wait. I'm on the wrong chart here. What am I doing? Well, this is fun, ain't it? What's funny is if we get a short move here, it's going to be so much faster than this move up. It's going to be an absolute rocket lower, probably. Especially with NQ being the weaker one after the SMT here. I'm getting out, boys. I'm getting out. Something tells me that it just looks like it's getting ready to drop here. And I'm getting tired of sitting in this. Let's see. Pussy? Why am I pussy? Listen, if I hold it and gets out that break even, it's what is it? FOMO? Fear of missing out, not taking anything off. Now it's pussy if you don't hold. I really can't win with you guys. I really can't win with you guys, can I? I wanted to see a deeper drive into the hourly gap here. Yeah, magnet. Well, I can't say the magnet didn't work yet. I guess if we get a rocket ship right after I got out, then that would be something. But I will say that as soon as I put the magnet on the chart, it started, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Good luck if you guys are still holding this or not. This is just like the way that this is printing. It's hard for me to like just picture this to just start rocketing higher here. At least I can say I got something for my troubles. Not much, but we'll see, man. Yeah, I guess good luck if you guys are holding this. What I'm kind of just going to be waiting for, I'm going to step away from charts for a bit, probably go to the gym and whatever. Come back, PM session. I'll look to see, obviously, what we've done with the AM session low. If we do get a drive lower here, I kind of would expect that to be where we go and take that out. Maybe SMT at the low between ES and NQ. But I'm still wanting to be a bull and wanting to see us buy up from premium now. Or I'm sorry, from discount. So that is still my overarching thought process, to be honest. But it's the magnet, not you. Thanks, AK. That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. Thanks, Peanut. Yeah, we gotta blame the magnet. But yeah, if you guys are still holding this, good luck. As of right now, I closed it up here after basically the close of this engulfing candle down, closing right about 50% of the gap. Maybe it still holds. We are retesting this breaker here. But I didn't want to sit through all that and then have to say I took a break even after however long. I mean, that was such a 10-13. I mean, yeah, sat in that trade for over an hour, and it's like I sat for an hour. We didn't really move too much. It's like, what do you want me to do? So I'm gonna leave it there for the day, boys and girls. I'll keep you updated in the Discord and on X, I guess, if I take anything else. As far as the rest of the week goes, we'll be live tomorrow morning is the plan. We do have Tesla earnings in the afternoon tomorrow, so we'll see what tomorrow brings. We'll talk about it tomorrow, obviously, but just a heads up on that. But appreciate you guys showing up. Hey, give the stream a thumbs up if you at least enjoyed hanging out today. Crazy dump at the open, and then obviously more of an accumulation ever since. So it is what it is. I feel like we did the best that we could with what we had to work with here. And if you guys are still holding, good luck. Hope it works out for you. If not, I'll be looking to maybe capitalize on some opportunity here later in the day. But appreciate you guys. Enjoy your Tuesday. And I will see you, boys and girls, tomorrow morning.
Our trade sits at his desk, coffee in hand. The NASDAQ charts on his screen, he's in command. He's a day trader, chasing dollars and dreams. Using ICT concepts, he's got some tricks up his sleeves. From Fibonacci retracements to volume spread analysis, Tyler knows the smart money. He's gaining an advantage. He watches the market like a hawk in the sky. With every tick and every turn, he's catching the high. never trades a day trader you can trust. He's dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire. With the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire.